Hey guys, Justin Kidd here. I get asked the same question all the time about cash to close and how cash to closing is calculated in seller's concessions. So I figured I'd take a few minutes and just talk to you a little bit about how I come up with numbers to be able to estimate numbers for you so you can have a little bit of understanding as to what seller's concessions are. So let's say we're buying a house for $100,000. Okay, so we have a $100,000 purchase price. And let's just pretend in this example we're doing an FHA mortgage, okay? And an FHA mortgage requires a down payment of 3.5% as the minimum down payment requirement, which means that 3.5% for you math whizzes out there is $3,500, okay? So that's the minimum cash to closing that you need in order to come in to buy a house with an FHA. But that's not necessarily all you have to come into closing with. So let's talk about the other costs associated with it. So now let's say in our example here, we have homeowners insurance that is $1,000 a year. So we're going to prepay the homeowners insurance with $1,000 up front. Now here in Michigan, we do taxes, and taxes are prorated in advance. What that means to you is that you're going to end up paying kind of just about 1 year's worth of taxes up front at closing. So we're going to say that taxes are another $2,000. And then we're going to say in this example, and we can get into later the actual details of what it's broken down into, but we'll say that closing costs are another $2,000. Okay? So if we add up all this stuff, now we're at $8,500 cash to close. Okay, so now we just bought a $100,000 house with an FHA loan, and it's $8,500 for cash to close. Now let's suppose as a lender, I'm able to give you a lender credit. Okay, so let's say I gave you a lender credit of $2,000, right? So now you're at $6,500 for cash to closing, and one of the things that you can ask for on an FHA loan is you can ask for up to 6% in seller's concessions. Now, what seller's concessions means is that the seller is paying closing costs for you. Now, you can ask for up to 6%, which would be $6,000 on $100,000. But the thing is that we can't have our cash to close being less than this top line number. Okay, we can't have less than $3,500 cash to close, which means in this example, the most you can ask for in seller's concessions is $3,000. And then if you got $3,000 in seller's concessions and I was able to give you $2,000 in a lender credit, that means that your cash to close would be then $3,500. So I wanted to just spend a few minutes and talk to you about seller's concessions and what they are and how cash to closing is derived. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, let me know.